Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the monster Swift Daga, which is the free Legends Pass monster for this new era, and it's going to be at rank 3 level 130. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the best skills, the best rune setup, and everything you need to know about this new mythic monster. So hope you're all excited. If you are, make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Anyways, it's going to get started. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get into this review. I'm super excited because I actually want to know if this free Legends Pass monster is actually worth or not, you know what I mean? And I'm sure maybe you guys actually are wondering the same thing, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and feed this monster up, get it to 130 real quick. I do want to give you a huge shout out to Bunky, by the way, for allowing me to borrow her account for this review. She went ahead and already got this monster to rank 3, so I was like, let's go ahead and review it, you know? And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 130. There we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. 29,106 power, 801,045 life, and 16,786 speed. The power is pretty decent on this monster, and the life is very, very bad. That life, oh man, that's something. Let me tell you that. Let's go ahead and get into the skills. Obviously, a lot of you guys want to know about this. So we have moderate metal damage and applies bleeding and toxins to an enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. Okay, I like that. I'm sure players like this, right? 2 tortures plus an extra turn. It is 3 turn cooldown, 53 stamina. Dang, that's pretty high. Then we have stabbing rain, which is a toxins to one enemy, moderate nature damage, and applies bleeding to all enemies. Alright, we have swift blow, which is a low metal damage to one enemy, gives one extra turn to itself. And then last but not least, we have happy visions, which is a true vision and immune to possession to itself, gives itself 1 extra turn. And those are all the extra turn skills, and these ones aren't really worth running now that I look at them. So this monster has 3 extra turn skills, 2 of them deals damage. This one just is like a self-support, but look at the cooldowns on this. This is insane. These 3 skills, the cooldowns, the stamina cost is just nuts. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Vicious Vice, it removes positive side effects from all enemies and then applies toxins, and you're also dealing moderate metal damage and applying total blind to all enemies. Okay, at least you have a PER in your ultimate. Unfortunately, you don't have it in any other. So this is supposed to be an attacker, I'm assuming. That's her role. Yeah, it is. It's an attacker. So for the sword, obviously you can't go wrong with any of them. I'm just gonna go with the summon folk. I really like that. Then obviously Tetumin's mask is the best one to give, I would say. Either that or Torvox's mask, since she can't really spam her extra turns forever. Now when it comes down to runes, you can actually go ahead and give in 2 strength and 1 speed, or you can do 2 speed and 1 strength like this. And then if anything, if you ever want to run like extra stamina, you could do this, but I wouldn't really recommend it. But if you want to do it, you can. Obviously it's best if you have mutated runes. That actually helps a lot more. So if these were like mutated stamina, strength and stamina, that would have been really nice, or speed and life, because she's also lacking life. But besides all that, let's go ahead and get into the traits. We have immune to blind, immune to stun, and true vision. I do like the true vision, but these 2 won't really help her in battle as much as you think it will, you know what I mean? Especially that she's an attacker. So I figured I should run this monster with K9, since K9 can actually PR trade disable, open up the path for her, and also provide damage boosts if that's needed, and also healing. And then we just ran the newest tank obviously alongside. So 30 to 29k, that's just awesome. So this is what I meant earlier. Obviously when there's megatons, you can just go ahead and PR and trade disable. That way it opens up the path. Obviously there's still an anticipation monster right there, so we got to be careful. Now that is something that you gotta watch out from with this monster, because anticipation is something that could actually stop this monster. Now if you don't want to deal with the anticipation, you can always just go ahead and run this skill, and if the stabbing rain, that just deals damage and applies toxins and bleeding. But if not, you can just go ahead and risk it and basically do this. That way when the anticipation kicks in, make sure you're actually prepared so they don't really, you know, mess you up. I'm gonna do, let me see, we have another extra turn skill that we can actually do. Sure, let's do this, the 3 turn cooldown, and the monster gets hit or frosted, and also some damage. Oh, okay, so that got removed. Why don't we do this, the true vision with immune to possession, and finally finish it off with this. Now that's the thing with this monster, you have to run, so once you use all those skills, you eventually have to finish it off with that AoE skill that deals damage but doesn't give you an extra turn, because again, unfortunately this monster cannot cycle forever. You have to wait until next turn, the very next turn, and then you're basically able to use your extra turn skills again in order like this, except that 4 turn cooldown one, because that's 4 turns, and yeah, you just can't, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go ahead and collect this tier 4. Let's go ahead and open up this tier 6, and we got some cells for this monster and Jocko cells. Okay, so in terms of like a attacker, obviously it's not the best option. I wouldn't really recommend investing in this monster using your, you know, what is it called, Glitcherine or something, the Glitcherine resource. I wouldn't really recommend doing that. If you can actually rank it up some other way, that would be cool, but honestly I don't think it's really worth it. I don't think it's worth really investing in, you know what I mean? That's that's why I given those level 7 runes, because I was like, I don't know what Bunky's gonna do with this monster, you know what I mean? So again, best way to use this monster would be to use the 3-turn cooldown skills. So it would be either Psycho, Swift Blow, not this one obviously, you don't want to use this until the end because it's a 4-turn cooldown and it's not 3. So you want to use the ones that are the lowest cooldowns, which is the 3 turns. So once you use all those extra turns like this, as you can see, we deal the damage, and then we get the next turn, we do the low metal damage, and then the next turn after, you want to do the skill that gives you true vision and immune to possession. That way you gain another extra turn, and then finally you finish it off with this final blow. Obviously you don't have to use that true vision with immune to possession, you can even switch it up if you want, but it's just for the turn after, so you're not you don't really have to charge up the turn after, because your skills will be on cooldown. As you can see, this one's off cooldown because we use it first, so there it is. And then obviously the low metal damage comes off of cooldown for 1 turn, and then finally this one that you can use and apply those tortures. And as you see, those tortures, they don't really play around, you can actually deal a lot of damage. Toxins, bleeding, those tortures are good, especially toxins. I'm sure you guys do know that. But overall, it's a decent attacker, it's a good starter attacker though, I will say that, but it's just lacking. I mean, like, it's lacking in life, it's lacking, I would say, speed too a little bit. I don't like the traits could have been better. Obviously the cooldowns are insanely high on these skills, and the stamina cost, I mean, the stamina cost would have been fine because you can always just go ahead and cover it up with like this mask, for example, or let's say mutated stamina, or just stamina rune in general. But like, again, it's just not enough. If you want to compete in the competitive scene, you need better traits, you need better stats, you need better cooldowns to actually do that. The relic slots are pretty nice, I would say that. I'm gonna actually give that to her. The relic slots are pretty good, but like the other things that I mentioned, even the nature trait, I mean, come on. But honestly, it's a decent attacker. You know what's better than this monster that's from an old era, from Blossom era? Can you guys guess who it is? It's actually a metal element. Here it is, Boulder. This mythic monster is a lot better than that one. Even though the stats are not as up to date, I would still go with this monster over the other one, because look at the cooldowns. It's not as high as the other one, except these 3-turn cooldowns. But then again, you can always infinitely attack with this monster because they're only 1-turn cooldown, these skills. So 1 turn here, 2 turn here, and you guys get the point. There's a lot of tortures that comes with it, the random negative status effects. So it's really cool. I would say Boulder is a better option than the other one. Even Volzig Redeemed, you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, it's gonna wrap it up for today's monsters and monster review on the monster Swift Daga. Let me in the comments below what you guys think about this monster, and also make sure to check out my community tab because I did post the winners for the recent giveaway if you want to know if you won or not. Anyways, guys, it's gonna wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.